We need no more names. The NRA says gun safety is an attack on American freedom. Well, what about the freedom for a 6-year-old to be safe in her classroom? What about the rights of a 13-year-old to walk the streets of Boston and to not be shot? What about the freedom for all of us to live in an America that's not under the threat of gun violence every single day? 31,000 deaths each and every year in our country.
It never ceases to amaze me, the vice-like grip which the NRA has upon our political process. But I think that there's an incredible groundswell that has been building across our country. It's city after city, town after town that has had these horrific events, and I'm still confident in the long run that we will be successful.
Newtown is seared into our memory, but so are Wilson Street and Harlem Street. Every day, 33 Americans are killed by gun violence. Every day, mothers are losing their children in our cities. I have gotten too many terrible phone calls late at night. This cannot go on. It must be stopped. And that is what we demand. No more names.
We have to put an end to gun violence. We owe this to our children. For me, that's what this is about. We owe this to our children. So we know the numbers. We know the numbers. Over the last 2 years, more than 6,000 children have been killed from gun violence. We are losing 8 children a day, every single day, to gun violence. Now I want to think about that for a minute. If we were losing 8 children a day to a mysterious illness, we would bring in every resource possible to find out what was wrong and to put a stop to it. If this were a virus, if this were something we didn't understand, we'd be in there. We would put our full force behind stopping it. But this time, we know what is causing it. We know how to stop gun violence. We stop gun violence by stopping guns in the hands of criminals. That is our job. That's what we have to do.
And I have vowed that his life does not end on the sidewalk and his death will not be in vain. Where did the gun come from that took my child's life? Where are the guns coming from that are taking the lives of our loved ones?
No child deserves to be killed by a bullet. Unfortunately, bullets do not discriminate. It's not an urban issue, it's not a suburban issue, it's an American issue. And the majority of people support background checks. So our politics need to get on board or get out the way.
I spent 32 years of my life being a police officer for this city. I'm born and raised here. I love this city. I've lost several family members to gun violence, nephews, and so I have been directly impacted by the gun violence in this city. It bothers me. I know we can change it. I know we can do better.
We'd like to see background checks and treat a gun with the importance that it deserves to be treated with. It's not a television set. It's not an automobile. It's not a washing machine. It's a weapon. It is a weapon whose sole purpose is to potentially take a life.
The time for action is now. We cannot wait for another tragedy before we act. We need people to stand up. We need people to Facebook, to tweet, to Skype, to text, to talk to your friends, to talk to your neighbors, to build an army of activists here in Massachusetts that sends the message across our country. We can take back this country from extremists. We can do it together. This is our movement. This is our time. We can save thousands of lives. I thank all of you for adding your voice, your passion to this growing call for action. This is the place. We are the people. We can lead this charge from the state of Massachusetts. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank all of you for being here. Thank you to Kim Odom and the Odom for all the work you have done. Thank you.